What up, guys? This is Astro Dim here doing your daily moon horoscope reading. I just had a cup of coffee, okay? But sorry for the 4th being late. I mean, I was able to release it on the 3rd, but I like to kind of give you your horoscopes a day in advance so you could be aware of the happenings. And as well as I actually send it off around 12 o'clock p.m. Fiji time, because that's when their day starts. Their day starts, I think, at 8 o'clock a.m. my time, but the day before. Does that make sense? Okay, let me reroute this. Okay. When it's 8 o'clock a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., I think it's around 12 o'clock a.m. The next day, Fiji time. So I kind of want to, help everybody out to make sure everyone else has enough time to figure out how their day is going to be. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's that. So anyways, let's talk about September 5th and what that got to do with how that's going to play out in general. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm talking too much and I'm talking all crazy. So let's see what's up. All right. So September 5th, right? The moon's going to at 12 o'clock a.m. is going to start at 9 degrees Cancer. That's where the moon's going to be at. But I'm going to push it over an hour so it could be in the 2nd decan of Cancer, because that's what we're going to kind of know the moon more as. It's going to be moving through the 2nd decan of Cancer for most of the day. So let's talk about that. Okay. So I'm going to just scan through something real quick. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to kind of move over to the 3rd decan, but I kind of want to leave that until... Let me check something, y'all. I'm so sorry. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I'll talk about the 3rd decan on the 6th when I do the 6th, okay? Anywho, I'm just going to swirl back over to here. Okay, so... when it's around 1 o'clock a.m. My time, September 5th, the moon is going to be 10 degrees Cancer. And so that's the 2nd decan of Cancer, where the moon's going to be. So that's how our emotions are going to be. What our emotions are going to be focused on. So 2nd decan of Cancer is represented by Pluto, transformative emotions, having a death and rebirth when it comes to our emotions, what we feel deep down inside. So there's going to be some things, it's going to be kind of like full moon status, but there's going to be some things that we're going to release, to let go emotionally, which is great, because remember on the 4th I was saying how we're going to be confronted with a lot of emotional things that we've been going through. So now we're going to actually start releasing today, which is dope. Really positive energy, but it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a slow release. We are talking about Pluto here, and Pluto is represented by Scorpio, and Scorpio is as fixed water, it's moving but not really, you know what I'm saying? But we are talking about Cancer too, most of all, and Cancer is an initiator of emotions, initiator of feelings and intuition. So it's going to be very heavy, but we're pushing it through positively. So it's real dope energy to have. Okay, so let's actually look at the aspects and see how that is going to play out for all of us. I'm gonna actually do the aspects as if it's in 15 degrees Cancer, right in the middle. Okay, and kind of doing a range between 10 degrees Cancer and 20 degrees. 10 degrees and 20 degrees in general. Okay, so let's do that. First things first, I pop a freeze all the honeys. Okay, now the moon is going to be sextile the sun mostly of the day. You know what I mean? And so with that energy, again, where the light is going to be shining bright on this, on our emotions, what we feel deep inside, how we're transforming those emotions into something positive and productive, and making us be very empowered by our emotions, and kind of it showing out in the physical instead of being so internal, especially with the sun being in Virgo. Like, after kind of releasing all these emotions, we're going to kind of set through those plans that I was talking about in September 4th horoscope. We're going to kind of go through those plans, see if it fits us, and then actually implement them on how to make our everyday lives better, how to make our routine better based off those emotions. Because remember, as I said, September 4th, we hit this eureka moment. Now we're actually releasing and then putting these plans that we had to make our lives better into play, you know. And make sure when I tell you about these aspects and these readings, right, look at your own chart and see which houses this is implementing. The aspects are like implementing in your house, like how, not implementing, that's not the right word, but how these aspects are playing out in your own chart, so you can know which houses this is happening on. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. And then this moon is going to be trine Jupiter. So Jupiter always adds abundance to everything. It forces everything to the nth degree. So, what's going to be happening for sure is that we're going to be really in our emotions, but it's trining. So it's going to be positive. We're going to easily be able to express our emotions, easy to kind of like not technically intellectualize our emotions, but kind of take our emotions and apply it to our beliefs in our different religions and different cultures, and seeing how a certain belief kind of resonate with those emotions, and how we can make it apply, and how does it help us understand the big grand scheme of life in general. You get what I'm saying? Specifically what it has to do with, emotionally bonding with others, connecting with others in an intimate level. Doesn't have to be romantic. It definitely can be platonic, but it's how to really bond with another person in an emotional type of way. And since Jupiter is in Scorpio, we are in a Scorpio decade of Cancer, it's really going to be greatly transformative for sure. So that's really dope. Again, it's going to be an easy flow of energy of understanding our emotions with these different beliefs that we are being aware of. So that's actually beautiful energy. And then Jupiter always adds prosperity to things too. So it's going to be an easy flow of emotional communication and emotional understanding. It's just going to be easy and lovely to deal with. So that's dope, right? Then, this moon is going to be opposite Pluto. Again, more transformation, y'all. Pluto is represented by Scorpio. Both of them mean, and then, this moon is in a Pluto decade. Transformation, my dude. Okay, so Pluto is in Capricorn right now. And so while we're kind of being more connected with our inner emotions and what that means to us, how it's connected to our actual transformation, and how it's connected to us intimately bonding with others, and kind of just merging into a person that we are bonded with and truly trust. Our emotions are really focused on that. We actually, when it comes to our empowerment, we are actually a little bit more focused on status and recognition and career, which are totally opposites, right? You're like, how does that all blend together? But the thing is, though, is that the big meaning of this aspect is that we can have it all. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this moon being in the Pluto decade of Cancer, Pluto in general is all about emotionally bonding with others. So there's a possibility where you can definitely emotionally bond with someone and connect with them on an emotional, private level that's really deep and sacred. But you can also kind of get that status that you want out of that relationship. Get that reputation that you want. Have it improve your career in general. Whether it is connected with you bonding with others or just understanding how to bond with others, or if it's connected to your emotions and how you want to have a certain status of recognition, how your emotions aren't taken into play with that. You know what I mean? So this aspect is teaching us that yes, you can have it all. You know what I mean? Don't trip. You can have it all, but just you need to learn how to balance it. And that's with most opposite aspects. It's all about balancing and kind of understanding both aspects. When it comes to, you gaining your empowerment through your emotions, which Pluto represents that. And then, since Pluto's in Capricorn, is how you can empower yourself through your emotions and gain authority and status that you want. You're feeling these things internally. So it's actually, even though the energies are opposite, your emotions are naturally internal. And then with Pluto being retrograde, you're feeling this, this whole like how emotion and status are connected to each other, as well as emotionally bonding with others in deep bonding relationships. That's going to be like kind of internal as well. And so there might be kind of like a seesaw action or a tug of war action on what to focus on. My deeper inner emotions and how I feel about my personal transformation versus how I feel about my status and career and the shared worth between me and another relationship. So there might be a little bit of tug of war there. Just understand that you need to balance it all. Okay. And that's going to be a big transformation within itself. That yes. And I'm a great believer of yes, you can have it all. Great believer of that. Okay. So definitely want to add that part. And then lastly, this moon is going to hit an exact trine to Neptune, which is fucking huge. This transformation, you know how I keep saying how Pluto and Scorpio is connected throughout this moon for the 5th. This is for a reason. And with this moon trining Neptune, it's really showing it. It's showing that the Neptune's all about kind of like spirituality and the unknown, right? So this is basically saying that this is kind of like a fated event that the whole world has to experience. You get what I'm saying? And that, this whole experience of us kind of weeding through our emotions and figuring them out is strengthening our intuition. Neptune and Pluto especially is all about intuition. With Neptune being retrograde, a lot of people say, well, unless you're Neptune retrograde natally, your intuition's off. It's not that your intuition is off. It's just that Neptune is trying to throw some disillusions out there to help you fine tune your intuition, to make you know that no, bitch, you don't know it all. None of us know it all. We can't know it all because energy is so ever changing. So once we think that we know what the fuck is going on, things flip. There's no real divine order or rules. Like, yes, there is through God, like he has his own, but we don't even have a full understanding of that. Everything changes. Like, it's just, we really don't know. With Neptune retrograde, it's just really proving us, especially with it being in Pisces, that we really don't know what the fuck is going on. And it's very important for us to get our freaking intuition game up. So when the energies are so ever changing, we can really understand it and get with the fucking program. Okay. And so it's really, really, really important to really weed through your emotions on September 5th, y'all. So you can not only go to this positive transformation that's both will be personal, spiritual, and physical, but also it will help fine tune your intuitions in general, so you can pick up your pace when things change within the universe. A lot of people, including myself, has been talking about how like the energies are so weird now, and that it's not the same from when we were growing up, and we could just feel that the energy of the earth is off. We're not catching up. That's the issue. We're not catching up. We need to be able to be like the Pisces energy and be able to go with the flow, surrender with the energies, not surrender in the fact of just let the energies get at you whichever way possible, but knowing how to be flexible and work with what you have. You know what I'm saying? Because that we can't change the energies of the general universe, because they're so ever changing within itself. We can change what we give out and what we receive, but we do have to surrender in some case, because everyone has the ability to change the energies that we give out and receive. You get what I'm saying? So this is really telling us, like, we need to definitely use this whole transformation that we're going to not only help our personal lives and our emotional lives, but also help us fine tune our intuition so we can go with the flow. And it's going to be easy because it's a trine. It's going to be an exact trine, and it's going to work out beautifully. So really try to get a better understanding of that. Okay, guys? I know this is way longer than expected, especially for a second decade horoscope reading, but I really wanted to explain this hard. And I always go in when it comes to this Neptune retrograde, because I feel like it's not talked about enough. And I feel like it's really, really important, guys, for us to really ascend on a soul level, okay? And ascend on a fucking physical level too. Shit. But that's it, y'all. I hope you appreciate this and love this. If you're interested in knowing more about me, getting reading, whatever, look in the description box, and all the information's down there. All right? One love. Peace.